sometimes in the spirit realm, it feels like you're in a football game. You got the ball, and the ball is the blessing that God has given you. You got to guard this ball until you're running, and certain things are trying to tackle you down. It could be people that you used to hang around with, and they're now knocking on your door telling you, you know, that they want to hang out with you again, right? But you got a blessing, right? The blessing is that God has given you instruction to follow Him. He's in your life, and this is new to you, and He's given you the ball is like, it's like, guard this, protect this, because if you steward this well, your whole life will change. Your transformation is taking place already. This ball is almost like the seed of transformation. Like, your future is changing. And then all of a sudden, like the game of football, you have this ball, right, and running, and so many things are coming at you. So many people, so to speak, are coming at you. Really, it's spiritual. And the devil's using all of these people to come and try to tackle you so that you could fumble the ball. Because he wants to put you back. He wants to put you all the way back to where you're starting from. The devil does. He doesn't want you to gain yards. And definitely doesn't want you to make the touchdown, to where when you make the touchdown, you get to the end zone where you get the epic revelation that God has transformed your life, and now you're walking in bliss and blessings and rewards and gifts and talents and love and divinity and heaven's in your life. That's touchdown. He don't want you to get there. So it's like God will deposit seeds into you, and seeds of greatness and blessings, and He'll give you revelation. He'll tell you, hey, listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to follow, you know, and He'll put people in your place, like good mentors, so to speak. And these mentors, they don't come by coincidence. You know, God will send them. You know, for me, it was the cable guy. The cable guy came over my house. He was a Christian, but I wasn't at that point. I was living in complete darkness. But this guy, he was like a flashlight in the darkness to me. And he said, look, I'll show you the way out. You know, he didn't literally tell me that, but he was doing it with his actions. He said, look, come with me. I'm going to go to the hospital. I'm going to pray for people. I want you to join me. And I was just watching. I wasn't doing anything. I was just walking with him, watching him, you know, believe God, right? Walk in integrity, being connected to the Holy Spirit. I was watching it, and I was gaining identity from that place, because I didn't know who I was, and I found myself always trying to mimic people, because I didn't know who I was. And so if you look like you had it together, if you look cool enough, if you look like you had good reputation going for you, then I you know, I was extracting energy from that so that I could likewise put that in my arsenal of things that I could mimic and come off like. See, when you're living in darkness, man, you know, the devil takes from you a lot. He steals from you a lot. And he stole from me a whole lot of me. So when he stole me, so to speak, my innocence, my morals, my principles, you know, the things of God from me when I was young, you know, I was left with gaining identity from these other sources that were polluted and contaminated in nature. And so, you know, they would have hats, and they would wear, this is how I used to wear my hat back in the day, a little bit to the side kind of thing. And this was like every day. I would walk out of my house like this every day, and I had something to prove. I had a chip on my shoulder. You know, you couldn't look at me any which way. Like, I would, you know, I had something to prove, because on the inside, I didn't know this then, but on the inside, I was insecure. I didn't know who I was. And so when people, if anybody ever called me a name, then we were gonna scrap. But why were we gonna scrap? It's because I was insecure, right? Because a person that knows who they are in identity, and they're grounded and they're secure, they're not gonna fight over anything like that. They're gonna be like, they're gonna laugh at them. They're like, please, man, you know, and they're gonna keep it moving. But You know, one thing that saved me and freed me from that lifestyle is that I came to the revelation, like my eyes were open to the fact that all of these things were just opinions, they weren't facts. So when people would give me their opinion of me, right, as I grew up in God, I could rebuke that. I'm like, nah, that's not me. Nah, I don't accept that. I rebuke that, right? Because I started to understand who I was, that I had value, this and that. And all that was a process. I started to, you know, you stick with God, and more stuff happens for you, and it's a process, right? What you're going through today, that you're blind and you can't like, what you're going through today in the sense of there's stuff in your way, there's an obstacle course, you feel bound, you feel like you can't get loose, you feel like you're trying to get from A to B but you can't get at B because you got a whole lot of things in the way. I just wanted to let you know that I was in those shoes once upon a time. But when you stay consistent with the Lord, and nothing more than that, just stay consistent with the Lord works out all of that stuff out of your way, right? You just have to stay consistent with the Lord. He takes those things out of the way in due time, okay? Because you'll either have a person that you meet that God puts in your life to deliver you, to pray for you, or you start going to a new place that you're not going to now, that gives you those eyes to see and ears to hear, right? Like even these videos that God helps me to make for you guys, this is resources and tools that God gives you the access so that you can help yourself and free yourself with this information. And so God is absolutely at work in your life. Some people see it, some people don't see it. Some people think that I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. I just can't break free. It's like, nah, God's already at work, but things are being worked out, like detail by detail. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. So let's keep this video nice and short and sweet. 7 minutes. I'll leave it there. God bless you guys. Love you.